all sort of started when I just moved up to college in year 7 and my mum was diagnosed with breast cancer. But it wasn't until year 9 that I'd actually sort of joined Centre 33 and Young Carers due to a support teacher sort of referring me and saying, like, you do know that this support is available. So the first time that I sort of realised I was a young carer wasn't till I was around 13, and then sort of finding more about it, realised I've actually been a young carer since I was 9, maybe 10. Mum was okay for a while, so it sort of went back to the usual mum-daughter. But after she was sort of diagnosed with lung cancer, it was more hands-on. I was doing all of the housework, all of the cooking, all of the cleaning, just everything was me. And yeah, that sort of carried on until I was sort of 15, 16, and then it travelled to her brain. And then it was everything. It was, I had to wash, dress, general maintenance and everything. My schoolwork was the thing that took the hit the most. My attendance was super low, and I think that's what started the warning flags. And the sort of supportive teacher came in, and after I sort of opened up more, she realised why my attendance was so low, why my grades were doing low. I was getting these really good predicted grades, but when it came to everything, I was just doing very poorly. And the timing of Mum being diagnosed with the lung cancer was a week before I took my GCSEs. The main feeling that I can remember towards later on, closer to when we lost her, was just numbness, grief, overwhelming sadness, and just the stress and everything was just completely overwhelming. I feel like if Centre 33 weren't there when I needed them most, Mum and I both would have struggled a lot more previous to sort of everything else. It was just us for most of it, and yeah, the gentleman that sort of came in, sort of the first time, I was really like, oh, I don't know if I can sort of trust this person, I don't know if they're actually going to be able to help the situation. Came in and just made everything okay. Suddenly there was this person in the world that actually understood both me and Mum and what we were going through, and supported me with everything. So I feel like if I didn't have Centre 33 there, the whole situation would have been made so much more difficult. I would have been so isolated. I don't think I would have been able to go to college as much as I did. Wouldn't have anyone to talk to. Looking back now, I just feel, it's really weird to say, but an overwhelming sense of pride to where I am now. I have conversations with people in a similar situation to me, and just seeing how they've grown and how I've grown as well. The grief is always still there, and it's always really hard. Like, I get sort of holidays are the worst, but looking back at it now, it doesn't feel like, oh, she's the girl that lost her mum. It feels like, oh, she's the girl that survived.